I wanted to get the long-lasting batteries anyway. Especially now with the extended load shedding, fucking 4 hours.
Ladies
of load
and
shedding.
gentlemen, welcome to the
recording.
final episode of the NBA SA show,
Fuck
season
load shedding.
1.
That's what you were saying.
Can I get a away?
Yo, we survived the season, my
The
bro.
whole season. When we start with this idea, it was just me asking my brother, can we talk about this shit about the NBA? And we tried to do once a week. It became difficult midway through, but we kept committed, and on average we did about one every week, at least one every 2 weeks, am I right? Which I think for 3 working days in this age can become tough. But cheers, fellas, for sticking to the commitment. Away.
I mean, I think we dropped content at points where content needed to be done. So
Correct.
I mean, there are some
Correct,
lulls
correct.
in the season. The season goes the period before All-Star weekend. There's a bit of a lull there.
Yeah.
From All-Star, I just picked up Sweden. I think from All-Star we were pretty much.
Yeah. That's just. All right, which brings us to our final episode today, where we're just gonna wrap up the season that has been, as well as
Final episode for the season.
for the season. Yes.
Okay.
For this season.
Season 1.
I thought you were breaking up with us.
Final episode of season 1. We are back at Kirk's house this evening. Kirk set up his braai nicely. We're having a beautiful pizza evening, and we're going to talk some basketball about the season that has been.
With our
All right.
resident supporter.
Yeah, our resident squad. Timmy, let me start with you, pal. You as a Dallas supporter, your team did really well, actually exceeded expectations.
Overachieved.
Give me your wrap up of from a Dallas point of view, as well as the NBA in general, how your season went, what your thoughts were.
It's such an interesting thing to watch basketball and then be recorded with all your opinions throughout the season.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because you're constantly being reminded of what you said, which you can be held accountable to.
Yeah.
Right? And I suppose that's important for two pieces. Look, as a Dallas Mavericks, and you'd never tell this by what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
Right? But this has got limited time only. As a Mavericks fan, it was fantastic because the team overachieved. Similarly, I think there was a theme. There was a theme of lots of young blood coming through and coming of age, right? And I think that is not only exciting for the league that just happened, or the season that just happened, but it's also super exciting for what's coming next, right? So we got some movements over the next couple of weeks, and then I suppose next year is going to be more of, I think, the same, more of the young players, right, who are sort of sticking out their chests. More of the young teams making a bigger and more consistent sort of impact, and it could be different, right? So at the end of the season before last, Atlanta overachieved, and they were young, right? And I, for one, thought it was no-brainer they're going to be amazing, right? And then all of a sudden they sort of fell back, and Memphis came up, right? And Boston went even further than they did before. And again, all of this is fueled by players who are 6, 7, sometimes 5 years in the league.
Correct.
And that's super exciting. I love it.
Away, shot. Good wrap up there for me.
That's it.
Kirk, you on the other hand, of course, your team went all the way and won it, right? So you ended on the ultimate pinnacle as a basketball fan, where your team wins it all, right?
But so we said this many times throughout the season that there were a number of teams. You could pick 4, maybe 5 teams that you would not begrudge them for winning this year. I mean, and I think that it speaks to that developing of new talent and that emerging of new talent where teams are forming, they are rounding into form, and they're such appealing characters that, like I say, you wouldn't begrudge any of them winning a title. So it felt like a really feel-good season in the NBA. And it's weird. It's like there's been a number of articles or analysts talking about the death of the super team. And I don't know if that's something that the NBA is fueling. Conspiracy theory coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of good for the NBA if super teams don't succeed because it's kind of taking the power away from the players.
But also, it's a good story, man. The underdog.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But this is the conspiracy. And all the Boston fans who believe that
Yes, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
that it was some higher power that
Yeah.
chose the Golden State
Yes,
Warriors to
yes.
win the round.
Yes. To
So
beat
what-
the mighty.
Yes. For those guys, it's like the NBA, it suits the NBA that the super teams don't succeed because it's like it sort of takes the power away from the players.
Correct.
I don't know where I stand on that, but yeah, regardless of that, the feel-good story about the teams that are emerging now and how wide open I think the next season is going to be. But we say this often, but then it's so quickly after like 20 games you see where people start to land and how teams are going to shape up for the season and stuff. So maybe I feel like a Liverpool supporter at the moment. Like next season is going to be the season.
Yeah.
Well, actually more realistically a United supporter.
To bring it home. Yeah.
Next season is going to be the season. So I guess the way this season wrapped up, it makes us optimistic for the next season. It makes us look forward to the next season.
For me, as a LeBron fan, is
You
Yeah.
stop.
Still, change it over. What I'm excited to see is there's this, I guess, narrative that the NBA is painted, right? That it was Michael Jordan's league, that handed it over to Kobe, that handed it over to LeBron, and even though it's going to be LeBron's 20th year in the season, there's a clear narrative that he's going down the end of his career. Right? He might win 1 or 2 more, but I don't even think we can all agree. I don't think LeBron is chasing titles anymore, right? So there's this new group of lighties that feel they can all take that throne. That's what I'm
Did
excited.
you see this little motherfucker? I didn't know who it was. I just
Okay,
saw how ESPN was playing in the background and I heard,
You thought you were you.
Yeah. No, I'm like, what NBA player did what?
there's this rookie that was like,
Yeah, LeBron is good.
I've heard he's good. I want to see.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah.
I'm better than him.
LeBron's gonna have to show me. So,
Just
Yes.
to
Yeah, yeah,
emphasize
yeah.
your point.
so I think of players like Trae Young that had a big season 2 seasons ago, and he had to be broken in the Eastern Conference Finals for him to realize, okay, it's not. I can be a superstar, but it's not that easy to go all the way and win a championship. This season, it happened to
Oh
be.
my God, playoffs.
Yeah. This season it was Jason Tatum, and probably for the last maybe 2-3 seasons, it's been Luka. That has shown that there's this new group of lighties that understand, okay, if I put in this work as our forefathers have told us, if I practice hard and I keep doing what is the most important thing to be a good basketball player, to improve myself, I could nogal be a championship. I could nogal be a champion, sorry. And that's the most exciting thing for me to see. It's when Anthony Edwards, as a first year player, second year this year?
Third.
Yeah. So
They're coming.
think of the second year season that he had. He must be thinking, "Look, I'm not fucking good at this guy. I'm good at this guy. I can go all the way." And he's one of those characters that could be thinking, "Hey, listen, LeBron's gonna be Clyde in 2-3 years. It's open play, remember, when LeBron's gone, it's fucking open play for Nike, for Adidas. We can all make moves at chicks, you know?"
There is no doubt that some rookies thinking,
Yeah.
I can be the
Of
next.
course, LaMelo.
This can be mine.
Yes, yeah. So that for me is my narrative. I am very excited to see. Now wait, let's move on to next season. All right, you know how sport goes. You only get to celebrate for a few little minutes, and then people already talk about next season.
Unless you drain it.
Yeah. But he's trying to build a podcast. Shout out Draymond. You want your numbers. But just like that, you get to celebrate, you do your parade 3 days later, and instantly people go, okay, so what about next year?
Yeah, it's done. Moving on.
We've gone now.
Uh,
Let's start with movements that you guys have seen in the media has been made. Obviously, big Jalen Brunson trade to the Knicks.
Massive.
Timmy, give me your thoughts. One, give me your thoughts on the Jalen trade because that was the big one, and all other movements that you've seen.
So I suppose firstly, I thought we were going to go into some Rudy Gobert slander.
We'll get
When
there.
you mentioned and, but listen to this, the elephant in the room.
there will be no slander tonight.
Yeah.
Look, love Jalen. And everybody, all the talking heads caveated with it. They were like, man, love him.
Yeah.
And he was great.
Yeah.
But he was superfluous. And you like the word though?
Big word?
I mean,
Big
it's
word?
amazing. Right?
Timmy came with the words, right, pal? Superfluous. I think he used superbulous. Shout out superbulous for the sponsorship of Tim. You will get the word right next time.
It's better than sun around my hand pie.
Sun around my
Sun
head.
around my
Yes.
hand. What's the word?
Heliocentric.
Heliocentric.
Yeah.
My bad.
Real things, guys. Real things.
The moves away.
Brunson was great. I actually preferred Dinwiddie.
Yes.
Right? Bigger shot maker, can play with the ball a little better, shoots well without the ball in his hand. Brunson was
Why is that
cool.
even possible?
Shoots well without the ball in his hand.
He doesn't need to dribble it 5 times.
Yes.
Do a variety of little spin moves and then chuck it up. Right? Brunson would have been cool if he was cheaper at that price.
Yes.
Man, good luck to the Knicks. Right? It also creates more space because it meant they could pay JaVale McGee. Right? Which I'm hoping works out well. Christian Wood fits in there. So and nothing is done in isolation, right? Yeah. So the Brunson exit allows for them to get players like that. And that's cool. I think they're going to be a better team than they were this year.
Yes.
Next year, right? The biggest issue is are they going to have the same mental attitude that Atlanta did? And everything at this stage coming out of them from a media perspective looks like no. Right? All the players immediately went to work. Luka immediately went to work. He's playing for Slovenia.
Yeah.
The dude isn't taking a holiday going, well, the regular season's going to bore me.
Yeah.
Right? Christian Wood, who's arguably going to be the second best player on the team, is hungry. He's coming off losing his whole career.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, look, it looks like they aren't going to take the winning and the overachieving for granted, right? And I'm cool with that. Yeah. Incidentally, I kind of hope that Brunson and Julius Randle have a little reunion, a little thing. Yeah, I kind of hope the best for the Knicks. Shame. The league seems more interesting when the Knicks do a little bit better.
Yeah, for
We
2
know.
weeks, for 2 weeks last season it was pretty good.
That's right.
Bing bong.
Yeah. Week 3, week 4. Kirk, any big moves that caught your eye and ear?
So the Mavs moves. Actually, the biggest Mavs move for me was Jason Kidd. Immediately after they got knocked out, starting to say, "So what's the next step? Where do we go from here?" And I thought that is really cool. He seems like he's on a nice trajectory, and it seems like the players are responding to him. So let's hope that keeps up. Let's hope that they can do well because I really like Luka to be the next face of the NBA. Just that it's not an American.
100%. 100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Are we looking Giannis here?
Yo, curveball. Curveball.
Or Joel?
But isn't
Or
Giannis?
Jokic?
But isn't Giannis like done?
None of them
How
are
is
American.
Giannis?
Oh man, Giannis is still 20 something, bruh. Yeah.
To Robert's age.
Yeah. We didn't even mention. Yeah.
It's amazing how not making the finals just
Yeah.
erases
The
it.
marketing behind you is different.
Out of interest, so you mentioned Luka and the non-American being the face, right? So you mentioned Luka, right? And we checked out Giannis's name. Jokic.
No joke.
Joel.
No.
Right? No, I suppose my point is, as I was checking those names
Top
out,
5 are like.
yeah?
Yeah.
Who's the best American player?
LeBron James.
And that right there is the problem.
Ron James! Until he retires. Until he retires, he'll be the face of that franchise called the NBA.
Okay, fair, whatever.
Streaming,
We're trying hard for
streaming.
sponsors tonight. Okay, but who is the best
Okay,
American
player.
NBA player?
Okay.
now.
Finishing 11th in the Western Conference.
I'm talking money, Kurt. Face of the NBA is about money, bruh. Okay, best
Who is
American
the
player for
Best
me,
American player right now.
Kevin Durant. Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
Yo, I wouldn't say it's Stephen Curry.
You wouldn't?
No.
How can you say that? After the finals.
So interesting. So if we had,
Yeah.
so if I had be starting a team,
Okay.
Starting a team?
Okay.
We wanna win.
He's starting a band.
We
we
wanna
want
win
to
next
win.
year.
We want to win next year, right?
Oh, shut.
I have
He's
KD.
taking Booker.
Hashtag cover of NBA 22K. Okay, I like this.
I have KD.
Why?
Oh no!
Why?
I'll tell you what.
Okay, this is Brooklyn.
I'm literally going to stop one.
You are buying Kevin Durant?
No, so no.
No,
My
he's
point
got-
is, let's say I've got Kevin Durant, right? And he's got Steph Curry. Yeah. And then okay, cool. 1 for 1. Who says no?
What do you mean? We swap.
No.
I take KD, you take Steph.
So for example, so exactly right. So Wes goes like, cool, here's a trade, right? You're gonna trade Steph, right? And I'm gonna trade Kevin Durant. 1 for 1.
Who says no?
Who says no?
I don't think either party says no. I think you must trust your surrounding players.
I'll say yes.
I'll say no.
You will say no.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to win with Steph in Brooklyn. I'm going to win with KD.
Okay. Let's change the question. Okay, let's not go who say no. Okay?
But that
You have-
immediately goes, who would you rather have?
That's right.
I would rather
That's
have KD. You'd also rather have KD.
For real?
Man for man. You need to build stuff around Steph for that shit to work.
Okay.
KD you could take,
So okay, but
but a few old
let's,
bottles are good.
is Kevin Durant your final answer?
Over those two.
No?
Of those.
I'm saying
But
we starting a team.
who would you take? Okay.
We can all
Yeah,
pick.
fantasy draft.
That's right.
Opening
Hey!
You've got first pick.
I did a job and you got no.
You've got first pick.
I'm got Luka.
No, but
Okay.
you can't take an American. You're saying.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
shit.
Ah.
Okay.
Yes. What American do you take as your first pick in the 2023 MVP, whatever that is,
And
NBC.
to win next year.
Yes.
to win the fantasy?
Yo.
I actually think I'll go KD. He's a single man monster on both sides of the
A
court.
year ago, I would have gone Harden, no doubt. 2 years ago, I'd have gone Harden.
But that's the fantasy, right? Are you talking about winning the fantasy or winning an actual?
No.
League.
Gents, we are
Both.
coaches now. Yeah, we are coaches.
Okay. Okay. I think I'll plug my lucky.
But
KD.
right now,
So
right now,
what's our time horizon? Our time horizon is
Next year. It must be next year.
Only next year.
Yes,
Only
one
next
season.
year.
KD.
I think I would agree with that.
Who would you take?
Yo, so you must strip out fucking emotion and personality. All that cut you must
Yes.
strip out.
Yeah, who do
and
you-
just take pure.
No.
You are
Your
my
money.
side.
Your money.
You the owner.
You the owner. Your money. Who you buy? Everybody's available.
I'm buying KD.
Guys, I won't lie.
I'm not
Ja.
KD.
I won't lie.
Ja.
But are you wanting to win?
No,
You
I
want
won't.
to sell jerseys?
Yes, I don't.
You want to sell jerseys? Then ja. You want to win next year?
Yo.
Your own money.
Next year. If our time horizon was
You know
3
that-
years, I'm
if
making
it,
ja.
if it was pure fantasy, I would take KD. But the emotions around building a team, that try is such a fucking. I don't know.
Is he though? He's won with regardless of who you put around him. Debra
But
still
he
wins.
hasn't though. He's only one when he went to Golden State. So you put
No, he
very
won.
specifically winners around him.
He won everything at that stage, right? But he's taken teams with very little talent or with lots of talent, and he's consistently been deep in the playoffs. Consistently,
How deep in the playoffs?
even
Even conference finals lost.
and with the Thunder, he made the finals.
This is 1 year.
Yeah, and the other years he made conference finals. He just got knocked out by a crazy San Antonio team.
Guys, for me to win next year, I'm not putting my head on the block and saying Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum.
Just show your beard.
Jason Tatum.
That's your beard now. Huh?
Owens.
He's
Owens.
had too many.
Owens.
And it's fucking gone to his head before we
Owens.
started.
So
You do agree with me
I will not.
that my guy beat your guy in the first round of the NBA playoffs this year.
No, your team
Yeah?
Beat-
Yeah.
beat the one guy.
Yeah.
Two guys.
Whatever, however you want to paint it.
Who's the other guy?
Kyrie.
Nah,
Yeah.
okay.
However you want to paint it, I don't want to paint it, right? Do you think Jason Tatum will be better next year than he was this year?
If they went to who was the coach last year? Who's now the GM?
Oh, Stevens.
Yes,
Brad
Stevens.
Stevens.
If they went to Brad Stevens right now, Sean Marks, and they said, okay, cool, right? KD's on the block. Tatum for KD, right?
I think
Brad
he chooses-
Stevens going, yes sir.
Jason Tatum. He's
I
invested.
will take KD. I will post Jason Tatum out of there as fast as you can say. As fast as you can say, like me some sage. Let me get out of there.
Like me some sage. Let me sit down. Okay, but of
Can
course,
you imagine?
but of course we can agree to disagree. My
Yes.
my style.
We can't
So
force you to be
what-
right.
what-
With
wait.
my money.
Let
With
me,
my
let me
money.
ask you a question.
Yes.
What was the single most disappointing thing about the Boston Celtics final?
No disappointment. No disappointment. I think if Boston.
He's talking with his heart.
No. I'm a neutral. I'm a
We asked
neutral.
them, what was the single most disappointing thing about the Boston Celtics final? Tatum. 100%.
Okay. And I would
Tatum
say.
went flat.
I would say that's part of life and learning the game. That's what I say.
That's
And
it.
that he would be better next year than he was this year. I would put my money on that.
But look, but KD's already had all those learnings. And he's come out the other side of those learnings. He is legitimately better now. He's a better
Right now.
shooter, he is taller, he's better at the rim. Maybe his perimeter defense isn't as good as Tatum's. And that's the only thing you get in that. If you
But
say
he's rebounding and shot blocking of it.
much better, right? And his creation.
Yeah.
If you said, okay, Boston's gonna run it back and they're gonna get Malcolm Brogdon, right? I'm like, that's why. If you said that they switched out Tatum and KD, I'm going, well, might as well not play defense. They are going to destroy everybody.
I agree.
Their biggest issue is when the big moment came and they chucked it to Tatum, he just couldn't score, right? Do you know who is the best scorer of his fucking generation, including LeBron? It's KD.
And he doesn't need to play all that much defense on that Boston team.
Yeah, they'll take everything behind him.
But everything that you guys are saying.
Can you imagine a lineup of Williams, Horford, KD, Brown, and Brogdon, or Smart, whichever one you want. Right? That is madness.
So
But you guys are talking now.
that's the biggest question I believe that the Celtics need to answer if they want
To win a
get back-
championship.
to get back in the finals. And you only know that when you get there.
Yeah.
So the regular season can be fantastic.
Yeah.
CP3.
Yeah.
Even Booker, I mean, when Booker got subbed out, I called it and I said, that guy is mentally he's soft. And he showed it this year again. When they needed him to step up, he could. And I think that's gonna stay with him until he does, until he learns to do it. That's gonna stay with him. And NBA players, as mentally strong as they are also incredibly mentally weak. If you tell them this cannot be done, they'll be, yeah, you're right, it can't be done. It's never been done before.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
The narratives are strong.
Yeah.
And it drives the NBA marketing. It
Yeah,
drives
that's
the
great.
storyline is
And then we jump onto it.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, it's ironic that Katie's preferred destination is Phoenix.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Okay.
So Kevin Durant, and I go Jason Tatum. Which coach are we using? Is it Steve Kerr? All your money on the line. You got to choose one coach.
One coach for 1 year.
Yes, to win a championship with Kevin Durant. That was now your.
I wouldn't take Steve Kerr.
How do you
It's your money, Kerr. Which coach are you buying?
Was it Brad that went to Lakers?
That was the Lakers.
The new Brahman.
The Dunker. Ham.
Nah, don't. Yeah, something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Nah, he's bullshitting. Man. You don't even know Ham's surname.
Do you know what you want to Celtic? How do you say no to Emo?
Nah, not with all my money to a second year coach.
You want to email?
No, I'm talking about my money. My money. Steve Kerr, pal. Fuck you and your other emotions. No ways. I want to win now. I want to win now.
But I took it personal. You can have a difference of opinion, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, who you going? Who you going with? That's 9 months. Just say Jason Kidd.
Okay. No. I legitimately actually think Emo.
No.
Yeah, look what he did with him in one season. If you just have one season, you need somebody who's going to garner respect. You need somebody who is going to make sure that everybody gets pulled on a string, right? When I said KD, Kirk immediately said, "Yo, you better take all the emotions and all that sort of stuff out of it, all the ego and what have you." The reality is that if you are going to go for one season, you're gonna have somebody who is that good on that sort of
Quickly.
stuff. He needs to be able to be part of the team. And Ime in one season managed to do that, and so why the hell not?
Katie?
I don't know, to be honest.
You don't know which coach you choose. You don't know a coach.
I don't know which coach
Yeah.
Pop! Why not Pop?
Why not Pop?
Why not Pop?
Yeah. Okay. Boys, so the draft happened. Obviously, young players don't instantly come and make a difference. Is there any young lighty that caught your eye?
Did you watch any of the highlights of the Summer League?
I want your thoughts on it.
So Chet.
Yeah.
Chet
Yeah.
looks weird and crazy good.
Yeah.
That guy looks great. So as good as Mobley looked defensively, right? Chet in his first Summer League game, I think he blocked like 6 shots.
Yeah.
Most of them were 2 hands.
Yeah.
And this guy is, I think he's like 7'3", 7'4",
Yes.
something crazy like that.
Yeah.
He looks like a skinnier version of KD,
Yeah.
except white,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He was on the break, crossed over, put it behind his legs, pulled up for 3. Then down the other side of the court, he blocked it with 2 hands,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it looks weird and strange, and it sounds like he says all the right things. And he's gonna get a lot of opportunity to be on a bad team and learn a lot. Also, there are a couple of really good NBA players around him.
Yes.
Yeah. So Shea is
And the team was nice and young.
yes,
Mm.
and hopefully Shea will stay with him for a long enough time where it sort of reaches all of their timetables. Giddy looks good, right? You have him in there. I love Lou Dort, right? So if they can stay together for a couple of years, man, like
It could be something good.
To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of Paolo, and I didn't take a look at Jabari much. I just saw some of the mania that came across, right? But But that's exciting still.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks cool.
Aware.
Yeah.
Kirk, thoughts?
I hate that you guys are paying attention to the rookies because that's normally where I pick up my fantasy.
The big boys. The big boys, yeah.
Yeah,
Reach
those,
a bit closer.
so the Thunder dude, he looks pretty good. I watched some of his stuff. I'm very keen to see Jabari. Actually, I want to see how real life is.
Is it the French kid?
Is he French? Huh?
No. There's the French kid is the.
Are you talking about the French kid next year?
Who's only coming next year?
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, Victor.
Mambo,
Yamba.
That's terrible. Cut that shit out.
Yeah. That's how we say it. Wamba Yanga.
Yeah, so have they started playing the summer
League,
games?
yeah.
Because I know
Not Vegas. They had like one in Utah this week.
Okay.
Because League Pass showed, and you can pick up.
Yes, it's on
you
League
can pick it
Pass,
up
yeah.
with your previous year subscriptions. That's pretty good.
Okay.
I've actually been watching more WNBA than summer leagues.
Is it?
Yeah.
And the FIBA games that are going on at the moment are phenomenal.
I was actually looking when you got back to Germany. I was actually looking if there were any
Yes,
games
German
in the
game.
league. I couldn't find one.
Mm.
But
That
then
would be interesting.
the EuroLeague basketball, it's like the soccer.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch that Euro soccer with the men that play behind cages.
Yeah.
The basketball is
Goes
fucking
nuts.
insane.
Lighting plays inside.
Yeah.
I went to a basketball game in Turkey. It was actually, they were well behaved, but the vibe, it's quiet.
We should go and watch a basketball game in Europe.
Yeah.
Or just go to a stadium. Yeah. Now, South Africans
I mean,
go back to
they
stadiums.
could, but not if you want to see Wamba Wamba. Yamba Mamba Jamma.
Jumbo up.
The views of the show.
It's subtle. Anyway, final thoughts, boys. Final thoughts. You really want to mention the Gobert trade? You reckon that's going to be a big one for the season?
No, my final thought is that the Bucks are going to be in the Eastern Conf, are going to make the finals next year. So I just feel Boston.
Okay.
I just want to put that out.
Yo,
there.
it's my early,
I just
bro.
want to put that out
He
there.
did say we
I just
could
wanna-
agree to disagree.
I just want to check that out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that your final thought?
Yes. Fuck you in Boston.
Good final thoughts?
The West should know better.
Yes.
Yes.
Denver's back, Clippers are back, Minnesota's going to be good in the season. Like, the West is going to be hard as.
So with any championship team, it's hard to
Do the
keep
second term, yeah.
it's hard to keep the team together,
Yeah.
especially the young up and comings who are in for contract renewals. And when after they won, they show me the money.
Yeah.
It was a pity that Golden State lost GP. It was a pity that they lost Lionel Richie. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a bigger loss than GP because he was just so cool in key
Yeah.
moments in the finals, and he showed his experience and his poise.
Yeah.
I really hoped he'd stay,
Mm.
but it's a pity he left. But I mean, Golden State have
But he's in place
Wiseman coming back.
Yeah.
They've got Chimanga, a season older. It's going to be interesting to see.
Kuminga.
I was about to say, it is Kuminga. I was going to say that to you. Chumanga.
Chimanga.
You can't make fun of him.
My guy isn't in the NBA. He's in the NBA. I can get his name wrong. Okay.
I think it's like a pizza.
Yeah. So any final? So Golden State are not winning next year? Are they?
Maybe, bro.
He just said it's going to be. Are they winning the whole thing?
No, I just said they're getting to the finals.
Finals.
Two things. One, they get into the finals, and the West is going to be a fucking dog shit.
Okay.
The Clippers are going to be significantly better.
Yeah.
Right? Minnesota is going to be a great team in the regular season. Dallas has got better. Denver's coming back with all of them.
I would be very surprised if Golden State make it to the finals.
It's difficult.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay.
Especially after winning and them so long in the tooth. I don't know how you motivate the team again to come back to do it again.
True. And all the other good teams that are coming back, they're coming back with massive size.
Yeah.
Bully ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys, pick your finals for next year now.
Too soon to pick
Yeah,
finals.
yeah.
Man. I want to enjoy my summer. Cancun on
Shits and
3.
giggles. Shits and giggles. I'm going.
Lakers and
No. I'm going Atlanta
Shoo.
Whoa.
because I like what they did with Javante Murray. I think Javante Murray and Trae Young's gonna have a jazz season. I like Atlanta in the East,
Didn't see
and
that coming.
I really like Ja Morant. Or, believe it or not, I think Dallas are going to do really well next year. That's what I call. I call, if it's not Dallas and Trae, it's going to be, what did I just say?
Atlanta.
You just
No, it was Atlanta in the East,
Yeah.
and then it's either going to be Dallas or
Ja.
Ja. That's my two teams in the West.
I don't know how you for Latin. Taken so quickly.
No, no,
So
no.
quick.
But okay. I mean, that is the first smart thing you said tonight.
I think Jason Tatum learned what he needed to learn this year.
And he's not going to be able to put it into your face.
Yeah. So that's my money. Atlanta and Dallas.
I'm gonna love
Hot-
taking beers.
That's a hot
on
take.
next season.
That is a
That's
hot
my
take.
What
I
do you
like
have?
that. I'm gonna say
Okay, you have to
one
go.
of the hit and one of the hot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have to go, Giannis.
Bucks and Mavs.
Okay. Shits
So-
and giggles, right?
Yes. So to be fair, last year he did say Tatum is gonna be just.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
And he was just until
Until
Yeah.
until they needed it.
And I gave him that. I gave him that. He's learning.
No, not today.
No. What a championship run look like today.
Shoo. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go with.
Last pressure because you got it right this time, right?
Yeah.
You got it right before.
Mm.
Yeah, we've got no pressure.
I'm gonna go. Can I say the same things that you said? Or must I think other
No. You. That's because your pick.
I mean, I hope you
Okay.
said the same thing he said.
I'm gonna go. Conference finals in the East is going to be Miami, Milwaukee.
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah. They might get Kevin Durant, right?
No, they won't.
But they're gonna give away.
They can't.
Impossible.
If they give Bam away, then
Bam.
Ben Simmons must go.
Yeah.
Who wants Ben Simmons?
Okay.
But I'm going Miami, Milwaukee, conference finals in the East. Conference finals in the West is going to be Dallas and Phoenix.
Phoenix! I didn't see that shit coming.
Me
You!
too. Me too. But
Yo.
it's the conference finals. He'd see them there. He sees them there. Boys, cheers.
They only choke when they get to the conference finals.
So what Kirk is saying is going to agree with me completely.
Because then Mavs are gonna be like.
Yeah. So basically, all three of us agree that Dallas are going to the finals next year, and that Kevin Durant and Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks might have something to say about it. Cheers, gentlemen.
Dukum from Mavs here.
Yeah. Good said, guys.
Next season is gonna be this year.